what's up, guys? Welcome to the Royal Hangover for episode 9 of The Royals, the penultimate episode of the season. We've got a very special guest tonight. You've seen her on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Vanderpump Rules. She covered the royal wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton for CNN, and she's a big fan of our favorite fictional royals. Please welcome, everybody, Lisa Vanderpump.
Well,
we don't really have a studio audience, but I'm applauding for you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Guys, as always, tweet us with the hashtag The Royal Hangover. Later, we'll show 3 of our favorites to Lisa, and she'll answer 1. Maybe we'll get an answer all 3. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If you're watching this from the West Coast, come back in about 3 hours because there are going to be some serious spoilers ahead, and we don't want to ruin it for you. You should watch it on your own. Before we jump into it, I was looking at your Twitter feed, and I saw this shot of your dog Harrison, a.k.a. Prince Harry.
Yes.
Is Harry your favorite member of the royal family?
Well, he's the naughtiest one, clearly, isn't he?
That's true, he is. Because
compared to your show, he's kind of moderately well-behaved, I suppose. But yes, I've just adopted Harrison, and I got him from the pound, and I looked at him, and he's kind of got this reddish hair, and he looks a bit like Prince Harry, so I thought, yeah. But I mean, this guy, my dog keeps his clothes on, not like Harry in Vegas.
Well, yeah, I can see. He's wearing pants and a shirt right there.
Well, he's got alopecia.
I mean, because if it's, you know, if cuteness is the scale now we've got 2 baby royals. We've got George and Charlotte.
And I think we've really been waiting for that. I really think the country embraces that, and it's fabulous.
Well, let's talk about this a little bit, because you covered the royal wedding for CNN.
I did,
Have you actually ever met anybody from the royal family?
Well, I haven't met them, but I was in New York, and I was covering the royal wedding, and I did something like 20 episodes, and I had a wonderful time doing it, and it was really an education, and loved being there. But yes, I have met a couple of them. I've met Charles.
Have you?
Yeah, because he was always around, because I used to live in Gloucestershire, and he was always around on the polo circuit, for example. So I've met him a couple of times, and I've been standing right next to Princess Diana. I've got a bit of a story about that.
What? Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, actually, I was standing next to her. This is the most bizarre thing, and it actually became a bit of a story in London. This was many years ago, when she was buying some clothes and her credit card was refused. I mean, maybe Charles actually was pulling the strings on the royal purse, and it actually, yes, can you believe that? How embarrassing.
That's outstanding.
I almost wanted to say, I'll get that for you.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry,
Exactly.
Princess. I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got to take care of it. Let's talk about...
And Fergie. I've met Fergie.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
So you're well-versed in this.
And the princesses. And funnily enough, my brother met his wife because she was the royal chef and used to cook for the Queen, and she used to cook for, she lived in with the Duke and Duchess of York, and that's how they met in the royal household.
So given that you've got so many royal ties, are you enjoying this show and sort of the fantastic twist that it puts on it?
I mean, I love this show. Of course, it's so risque, it's so naughty, but if you really look at our royal family, there have been quite a few scandals along the way, and I think if you put that all into 10 episodes, it'd be pretty kind of earth-shattering in itself. But yeah, this is a great show. It's pure entertainment, glamour, fun, it's naughty, so yeah, it really keeps me interested.
Well, let's talk about tonight's show, because this is a big episode for Queen Helena, and we've got a clip. Here's how Lucius responded when she offered to pardon him after learning that he didn't kill Simon.
I would rather remain in prison and see it all flourish than be exonerated and see it burn.
It's just a house, Lucius.
No, it's a home, and it was my home, and you were my family. Cyrus is not fit to rule. Take it from him.
He has an heir, a son.
Cyrus told me to kill Alistair.
Wow.
So Lucius is willing to stay in jail for a crime he didn't commit if it serves the monarchy. What is it about the real royal family that inspires that kind of loyalty in its subjects?
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that has happened, maybe not in this exact example. But, you know, I loved it when Elizabeth Hurley said, it's just a house. You're thinking, no, you don't believe that. To her, it's her life. I mean, she absolutely wants to keep that whole situation alive.
Do you feel like the British people are loyal to their to their
Well, I
royal
think
family,
now
or
it's
is there
quite
a little
polarized,
bit of a...
really, isn't it? I think we've got 50% of the country, you know, are anti-royalists, and I really felt that, you know, being a spokesperson for, you know, the wedding, it's quite diverse. But I'm a royalist. I think absolutely we should keep them there, and I think yes, it costs taxpayer money, but they bring in a huge amount of revenue, and I think it really sets us apart.
We're going to come back to that in just a moment, but before we do, the episode tonight has a really big finish. After 2 seasons, Jasper finally learns once and for all who killed the king, that that Price is responsible. So let's take a look at this moment.
Liam. Christ, you brother! You looked me in the eyes and you told me I could trust you! Liam, stop! Stop, Liam! I know who killed your father!
So what was your reaction to learning that Price did it?
Well, I had a little bit of a hint when he said in the meeting earlier, and he said, leave it well alone. Anybody who says leave a scandal well alone is definitely guilty, right? Or got something to do with
that's true.
it. Yeah.
You know that there's,
so I felt a little bit.
There's something up with that person.
For sure.
Price is caught in a lie because of something that was captured on a hidden camera. Has that ever happened to you or any of your other housewives?
Oh, absolutely. Things on hidden cameras. Well, I mean, I can't say our cameras are hidden, but I have restaurants and everything is documented.
Yeah.
So when people are often in denial and they say, no, I didn't do that, say, oh, yes, you did, you know.
That's like 60% of the reunion shows.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever said that. Cut to
I'm talking about the cameras, actually security cameras. So a lot of things in my business, documented. So when people say that,
So people are wary of security cameras.
Yeah.
You're smart to put them in the restaurant.
They're all over it. I can sit in my dressing room and see what somebody's doing behind the bar.
Yeah. The fictional royals on the show often take shots at each other through the media. As someone who's had that happen to them with some of the other housewives, how do you react when something like that happens?
Well, you know, we're a target, and I think you put yourself out there, then you know that that's coming. But I don't like it when storylines are leaked, because I think that preempts it. It might stimulate some excitement, but it kind of preempts it, really. And I think I'm very proud of the fact that on Vanderpump Rules we have very few leaks. We really do. And some real contentious secrets been held and not come out to the next season. So, yeah, I think that's really important.
Before we jump into the Twitter questions, I do want to touch on something you said a little bit earlier. You're a royalist.
Yes.
One of the through lines of the story is whether or not the monarchy should be disbanded. Do you think that that could ever happen in real life?
Well, I think that the glue and the cohesion that really has made the royal family kind of be, you know, so secure, even though we've still got 50%, is the fact that Queen Elizabeth has been so stalwart, she's been so stoic, she's been an exemplary queen for so long. Now, if you put that crown on somebody else's head, I don't know. I don't know that people have as much respect for Charles as they did for the Queen. Well, they don't. Now, William, on the other hand, is a favourite royal, so if she can just hang on in there, maybe. But it will always be Charles's right.
Yeah.
He will always succeed her when she dies, and then he will have to abdicate and give it to William.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's almost just as sticky as the show.
Yes,
it's
it
wild.
is. Well, it is really. You know?
Yeah. You guys have been sending us your questions with the hashtag The Royal Hangover. Here are 3 of our favorites. Let's read them, and then Lisa, you can answer all 3 of them. You want to answer all 3 of them?
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right, let's bring up the first one, shall we? Okay, from Glam Slam. If you could be any character on the show, who would you be and why?
Oh, absolutely, the Queen. But that part's already taken, and she does such an incredible job. So I would like to be her sister. Queen Elizabeth had a sister, Princess Margaret, right? I think I should be her older sister, Joan Collins' daughter. It's perfect.
Oh my God, that is a really good idea.
So to the powers that be, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna pitch Mark on that idea next week. We're gonna exert our will and make that happen. All right, let's see the second tweet. From Jake Maskell, who plays Cyrus. So I feel like this is a bit of a leading question. Who is your favorite king on the show?
Well, that's quite easy because I think King Cyrus, give me anything but don't give me boring, and he definitely doesn't give me boring. He's so kind of insidious and evil. I think, yeah, I've got to go with him.
He's fantastic.
He is
in that
fantastic,
role, right?
Yeah.
Finally, let's get the third tweet up here from Summer. If you could tell Helena any one thing to her face, what would it be?
Oh gosh, it would be an endless conversation. But her clothes, send all her clothes to me. I think she's the best dressed queen I've ever seen. All those beautiful clothes she wears, yeah, send them to Beverly Hills. She only wears them once.
That's true. You guys could work out some sort of system, I'm
exactly,
sure.
Right.
We can't go without a sneak peek at next Sunday's season finale. We're finally going to see how all the craziness this year gets wrapped up. It involves Jasper's plan to nail Price. We're not sure what the plan is yet, but I don't think it's going to be legal. I don't think it's going to be very legal.
Why would it be at this point?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
If we go to the authorities and they make a mistake, he could disappear forever.
I promised my father justice.
I know you did. But we need to be smart about this. We need a plan. And I have one.
Lisa, thank you so much. As I said, before we let you go, we got to ask, we're in the middle of Vanderpump Rules and
yes.
Real Housewives of
yeah,
Beverly
Vanderpump
Hills.
Rules on Monday.
And Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So what should we be expecting from this week's episodes?
Well, you've seen Schwartzy and Katie have just got engaged, so we'll see. Yeah, I know.
Congratulations.
Finally, thank you. I was a huge advocate for that. And then Housewives, we're in the Hamptons, and we're just getting started.
Are you going to be a part of Tom and Katie's wedding?
Well, you know what? They haven't planned anything yet.
He came to you with the ring.
He did, I know, to practice on me. How weird is that? But I love him dearly, and I think that they'll be very happy together.
Got some good kids there.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the most part.
Yeah.
How do you think this season of the Royals is going to wrap up? Any long shot predictions?
Oh, wow. Gosh, I don't know. You do so many twists and turns. Just when you think you've got it nailed and numbered, then you change direction. So yeah. I have no idea.
I have no idea
I think you need to take a couple of heads off there. Cut off somebody's heads off of their head.
Somebody's gonna lose their head. That's Lisa's prediction for next week. Do you guys know how it's gonna end? Do you have any theories? Let us know on social media. Follow the Royals on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Next Sunday at 10 p.m. is the season 2 finale of the Royals. Make sure to check back right here after. We're going to have a supersized hangover with some of the cast here to help us break down the second season. We'll see you guys then. It'll be our last show for the year. So thank you guys.
Hello Royals subjects, thank you for checking out the E! YouTube channel, and I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss even one moment of my royal shenanigans.